Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you a CCTV camera by Imou. Now this one is the Ranger Pro, which is for indoor, and the design is like a sphere, quite good looking, and with an eccentric kind of a green LED going at the bottom here, so a bit different from the normal like a baby monitor, kind of a white and black. So this one can do 1080p, have a pan and tilt, so you can control the camera action. Two-way audio, so you can talk to whoever that you are in view with. Cloud service and micro SD card slots, so obviously you can record it onto the memory card, or you can have a pay for subscription with them. Now this one here was sent to me free. I'm part of Amazon review group, so Vine program, so Amazon sent this to me, not Imou, so at least I can be partial about this review. But to be fair, I have tested so many CCTV camera now. I kind of like half expect to know what is inside the box already. So give you guys a close-up of the camera right here. So like I say, it's really smart looking device, like a circular globe. You got your Ethernet cable connection at the back here, so you can use a wired connection if you want to. A SD card slot at the back, and then a micro USB connector for the power. This one you have motor, so you can like pan left and right, and it also can do up and down, which is the inner circle. So inside this lens here, it will go up and down. Speaker on the back. I don't know how many times I'm going to say good looking, but it is a very good looking CCTV, I have to say. Okay, so apart from the usual packaging and scratch to win, top price £50 Amazon e-gift card. Cannot use it, right? So 20% off your next purchase coupon. Anyway, so you got your camera. What else does it come with? A UK 3-pin plug. So this is your kind of a mobile phone charger. A cable for connecting the camera. Now this is always a good sign. I think oh my God, what's going on today? I think for people who watch my video before, the first thing I look at nowadays with a CCTV camera is not the actual camera itself, it's actually the cable, because like it annoys me to no end when they provide you a cable of that long. It's like, how are you going to connect the camera to where you want to position it? A good length cable is essential for any CCTV camera. Of course, you can buy extension, but why would you like, buy a CCTV and then have to fork out for extension? So this one here, long enough to reach your wall socket, definitely. Unless you want to mount it on the ceiling upside down, then that's another matter. So here, if you want to mount it on the ceiling, you can mount this plate first, and then you lock it in to the bottom base of the camera. And then you can have it upside down on the ceiling, looking down like a normal CCTV. But for today's purposes, I'm not going to install it. I'm just going to leave it on the desk here and just show you guys what it can and what it can't do. Okay, so once you plug it in, you will see that there is a power LED on the bottom of the device. And then it will rotate to find out what's the maximum and the minimum. So they always do a little dance to calibrate. And then you got the red LED blinking now, so I will wait until that sort itself out. Now this is usually the time that you have to download the app. Nowadays all the CCTV is all about app. So QR code, what we do is we just scan the QR code. Now I think I installed the previous install, so this is like starting from new. I'm using Apple, so it say download on App Store. That is my choice of source of program. I would never really download from a third party. You never know what kind of program they do. At least go through Apple App Store. You kind of have some kind of guarantee that it has been vetted. A couple of things, if you guys are new to CCTV, is that currently all the CCTV on the market, or at least the one that I know, only work on 2.4 gigahertz. So that is your Wi-Fi signal. So some of the newer network, you have a fast network of 5 gigahertz. Hopefully it's kind of a dual band thing and you can choose which one to connect to. But if you are on 5 gigahertz only, then you are stuck. Okay, and make sure my Wi-Fi is on the right network, because I do have a 5 gig here. So I actually named my network Studio 2.4, so I know which one that my CCTV camera can connect to. Now if I start the app, they will ask me to log in. So I already got a login with Imou, so if you don't, then you have to register. Okay, so once you successfully log on, all you do is press the plus button, scan QR code or add manually. So if they have a QR code, usually they do somewhere on the camera itself. That will be the easiest way to do it. So I do scan QR code back to the program, and then all you need to do is scan the QR code, and it finds the camera, the Ranger Pro with a serial number and all that. So you do next. Connect your device to the power supply, then check the indicator on. Yep, it's flashing green. And then you have to enter your Wi-Fi password. So this is the chance for you to give the camera access to your Wi-Fi. Confirm it's flashing slowly. Yes, it is. So next. Turn up the volume. Oh, this is when they need to speak to each other in those computer language. Those high-pitched noise. Done. If you follow the instructions, you should come to this point where it say device added successfully. And then you can add an area of where it is going to. So I'm going to put like, well, there's no studio, so I'll put in the garage. This is what it is. Or you can name them, actually. I'm just going to name it studio. Congratulations. So you got a free trial of 7-day cloud storage, 30 days remaining. Maybe later. I never use subscription-based cloud storage because I'm always be a bit tight. So I just use my SD card. Oh, I see. That's clever. Now, this is the first time I come across something like this. I think it's worth showing you guys in close proximity of the camera. So now this is the camera. Okay, nothing new about this thing, just the color and maybe the green LED light, which I think is quite handsome. But look at this. It's called a camera shielding. So when I press the shielding button, the lens disappeared. So basically, this is a privacy button. I think this is what they mean, privacy shield. Because the design of this case, the lens is behind a kind of a lens cover. So as soon as you press like privacy button, it points the camera down so you no longer see anything. I guess it should cut out the microphone as well, but anyway, but I thought it was something worth mentioning. I haven't seen this before in any other tilt camera. Okay, so to operate, all you need to do is press the play button. From installation to using, nowadays the camera, they are quite smart, so you should be able to do it within like 5-10 minutes or so. So straight away it comes up here. So you got a little joypad button on the side here. If you want to do turn left and right, up and down. Okay, I'm going to put this down to show you guys properly what it looks like. Okay, so now I got my CCTV camera connected to my phone right here. At the moment, this is low definition to begin with. So if you have enough bandwidth and your internet is good, give it a try. Yep. Now this is high definition, which for me, straight away is sharpened up. So now I can see Stanley, which is the brand of my drill. Now with this joypad, you can control the camera. And don't forget, you can do this anywhere in the world, providing you have internet access. So if I do it to the maximum, oops, that's my another alarm. So all the way pointing backwards now, and let's try and the other way. Yep, so it does 360 all the way back, either left or right. So 360 pan. In terms of tilt, all the way up to the ceiling, but only down to maybe I don't know what angle that is, but almost like just a little bit less than horizontal. so it doesn't look all the way down. Now with 1080p kind of a camera, it shouldn't really matter what speed media card that you use, because the bit rate should be quite low anyway. I got big fingers, so I always find it a bit difficult to push in media card. If it is the first time you're using this card, highly likely that you have to format it. Okay, so in terms of function, what can this do? So this one here, you have notification. So obviously got motion detection. When it detects, you can tell them what to do. There is smart tracking. So if I turn that on, then it should follow me around the room, which I'm going to show you guys later. Arm schedule setting. So actually you can set that when it detects motion, what do you want it to do? And also sensitivity of how often this will get activated by something moving. Alert tone, so you can set alarm. So when it detects motion, it can actually set off an alarm. Cloud storage, local storage. At the moment, I got a kind of a 64 gig thing in there. Local storage rule, so video storage, stream, high definition. If you want it to record all the time, you need to just click that button and it should record all the time. And then another thing is like the most common questions for this kind of CCTV is, can I have multiple people using the camera at the same time? Yes, you can. You can share user. So all you need to do is enter the email of the share user. They usually send them a link. They install the app and then they will sync it with the camera so they can. So multiple people can use the same camera. For example, if you want to put this in an elderly person's home and everyone want to take turn to look after the room, then this one can. Okay, let's test out the recording function on this thing here. So if you want to record something manually, you can press this button. You say start recording. So this is a test CCTV camera test of the Imou Ranger Pro. I am about arm's length away from the camera, and I'm going to record some short video. At the moment, we got studio light on, so the room is super bright. And I'm going to walk away from the camera, switch off the light, and see what will happen. So now it's kind of an ambient light. So I still got light on the back, but the studio light is now off. Now that I can see that little thing in front of my face right now, basically that is lens glare. Now this camera here have a lens in front of the lens. That's why if you have light hitting it at a certain angle, that's what happens. It's not a major deal breaker, but actually it's quite annoying sometimes. But let me switch off the light and see what the night vision will look like. I managed to fool the system into thinking it's total darkness here. It's not really total darkness. We can still kind of see the room a bit. Obviously, my main camera now can't see a thing because it's too dark for that now. But I can just about make up the room. But looking at my phone, it looks really clear. Okay, now the light's back on. Is better. Just now it was in total darkness. Okay, so another frequent question that you guys ask is, so can I have more cameras than just one? Yes, you can. The app is designed for you to add more cameras in the future if you want to. At the moment, obviously, I only got one camera right here, which I'm testing, but you can have more than one camera. Okay, so this part of the function will be quite interesting because, like, it's like an extra person here looking at me right now. Just to show you guys what it is doing is that, let me set up my camera here so you can see it. I really should get a phone holder. Let's get rid of that. Okay, so this is a test to see how smart they are. So at the moment, I'm looking at the camera and talking to you guys. Let me see if I can zoom in a bit for you guys. There's no point looking at blank spaces. All right, so the main camera is looking at the small camera. The small camera is looking at me. That's why you can see me on my phone. Now, if I move away from the camera, it should follow me everywhere I go. So, for example, if I move to this side of the room to over here, it kind of knows where I am. Now, this is not the most intelligent form of motion tracking, but in 2021, I think it's actually not too bad. Now, the previous camera I have is if I go out of the camera angle, it usually won't go back to a certain place. So here, it's not bad. I'm in the dark, so I'm pretty impressed that he can still follow me around the room. Let's do a little bit more. Okay, so I mean, to be fair, this actually is better than a few of the other CCTV camera that I tested because a lot of the time the cheaper kind of CCTV camera with the tilt and pan, what happened is with smart tracking, they detect the motion and follow you around the room. But as soon as you go out of sight, it doesn't know what to do anymore, and then it goes kind of a funny angle, and then it goes out of reach. And even when I come back in view, because I no longer in that particular spot of viewing angle, so all the tracking go haywire. But this one here, so far is fine. It's working really, really well. So in terms of a full picture quality, what I find is the current CCTV on the market, they no longer allowed the SD card to be just plugged into the computer so you can download the footage. You always have to go through some kind of a software, maybe on the phone, download it first and then transfer on the computer. So it's hard to tell how good the quality is. But the quality on the phone is perfectly fine. I mean, if that is your method of viewing your footage, then this is perfectly fine. This is definitely high definition. So yeah, Ranger Pro, thumbs up. Thank you for sending me that unit to Amazon. It is not from the company, so I don't have to say good things about the company. But to be honest with you, this is one of the better CCTV camera that I tested. So thank you very much for watching, and I see you next time with more interesting gadget. Bye-bye. Say bye-bye now. Say bye-bye. All right, enough.